Ladies and gentlemen, the fact that you're here tells me that you pretty much understand the importance of goals and the role they play in our lives. And I would like to add a point here. It's not just goals, but it is well-formed goals that help us cross the line. When you have a higher goal, the amount of energy you put, or the amount of energy that transpires to achieve that goal, is far higher as compared to a lower goal. Could we have a few dreams in this room? Could somebody share his or her dream with us? Could somebody please share his dream? Yeah, sir. Dreams are a good point to start. It's a good starting point. What will you get? Let's say you achieve. Let's say I tell you that you've closed your eyes and woken up one day and you have started a business. Today is the day. Right now you've achieved it. What will you get? What will you get when you start your business? Right now you're not doing a business.
Yes,
why?
I'm doing job right now.
Okay, so you've stopped yourself from doing this business right now because you're doing a job.
Yes.
Correct?
After 2 to 3 years, I will start.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, ma'am. Take a couple of minutes, each of you, and write that dream down. If you want to first use the notepad for rough and then fair it, fine with it. As promised, we're going to walk out of this room at 6 o'clock today with a clearly written goal statement. So firstly, before moving any further, the first point on our agenda is to differentiate between a dream and a goal. The difference is pretty simple. Dream is a starting point, and the moment you put a timeline to your dream, it becomes a goal. And our job here today is to make these goals into SMART goals. And by SMART, I don't mean smart looking goals. SMART here is an acronym. Okay? It stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. If you personally ask me, there is no goal under the sun which is not achievable. So basically आप लोग अपना अपना ड्रीम बताएं और बचे 3 जन उसको स्पेसिफिक, मेजरेबल एक एक करके. तो पहले लेट से दर्शन का डिस्कस कर रहे हैं, तो इसके ड्रीम को एक स्मार्ट गोल बनाएं, फिर मूव ऑन टू विकी. द अदर 3 हेल्प हिम मेक इट डिस्कस एंड डज इट रियली साउंड स्पेसिफिक. Do we think we can have one goal which is applicable in all the aspects of our life? Or do you think there is a scope for multiple goals in multiple aspects of our lives, as long as they don't conflict, right? In the handouts, there is a paper which has a circle which looks something like what you have on the big screen here too. This is Wheel of Life. It's a tool. It's a tool to choose contexts. It's not a very comprehensive tool, to be very honest. There's a lot of research every day that goes into making this tool even more perfect and more applicable or more customized. So the first goal that you could choose is probably money. Then secondly, maybe the next lowest number. Two? Yeah, so your significant other, your relationship, that is something that is 7, you would want to take it up. So the next question is, or the next goal would be in that context. So this particular Wheel of Life is a good starting point to choose priorities. That's it. If you can see on the screen, there are 4 stages of competence. There is unconscious incompetence, there is conscious incompetence, there is conscious competence, and then there is unconscious competence. So these 4 stages could be a real good starting point as to where you are, to identify where you are and where you need to be. Like for example, I want to start a business. I am conscious that I do not have the knowledge to start a business right now. Few years back, this wasn't even in your mind. You were unconsciously incompetent. You could not do a business, but you didn't even bother about it. Today you're worried about it, but that's why you're doing a job, because you want a skill set to do that business. Am I right? Yes. So you're probably on the level 2, conscious incompetence. Now you're doing what you're supposed to do here. So this becomes a good stage to set goals. The biggest obstacle, my friends, in achieving any goal is a limiting belief. What happens generally, we set goals, but then we forget the fact that we are neither dependent nor independent. We are all interdependent. Not to say that I'm dependent on somebody, but at the same time I'm still not independent of everybody else. We work as a society. But at times we form goals, but we tend to miss out on certain pivotal information. We tend to miss out on the knowledge part of exactly what are the know-hows and what are the things that I would need to know to achieve my goal. We tend to avoid it. So probably like pissy culture. And next is peer pressure. The biggest threat in our country, in our society especially, is friends. ये करेगा pissy culture. Typical statements like that, or family. And the last is complex external locus of control. Now this is why I probed Nilesh into his obstacle. Is goals generally, achieving goals is at times, if it is a complex objective, at times achieving goals is not really in our hands. What is in our hand, or what is in our direct control, is behaviors to achieve that goal. So at times, in case of complex goals, there could be an element where the locus of control, the center of control, is external and not within us. The first condition of a well-formed goal is it has to be stated in positive terms. The second fact, towards rather than away from. Thirdly, initiated and maintained by self. Now, in our culture, in our society, we have a habit, like I right now said, and we have a habit of putting things in the we perspective. It is considered good, we, team. We is good in a sense, but at times it becomes disempowering. A goal, the likelihood of achieving it becomes far more higher when it is initiated and maintained by ourselves. Because the responsibility of achieving them is whose? Ecology is our entire, our world, hamari dunya, which constitutes of people and things and whatever, which is very close or near and dear to us. It constitutes of things which are very close or very dear to us. It constitutes of things, decisions, which when taken will influence us, or our decisions will influence them. That whole setup is ecology. The next point, it fosters choice. Now what do I mean by that? Generally, when we talk of goals, we just make a goal and then we plan, then we make a plan to achieve that goal, and there is just one way to achieve that goal. If that is the case, more often than not we become the slaves of our own goals. The next point is congruency. Congruency, anybody? Any idea? Congruency? Congruency is like when I say there is a goal, when I put down a goal and when I look forward to that goal, every part, every cell, every tissue of mine should 100% want to achieve that goal. Every part of my subconscious, conscious mind, anything should really want to attain that goal. And moving further, written down. After all this, there is certain limitations to this goal theory. There are 3 limitations according to me. There could be more according to a lot of other people, but according to me, there are 3 limitations of goals. The first is, if on the screen, the first one is tunnel vision. Secondly, preoccupation. The third is what next. So for us to understand which goals are right for us, we need to understand a few more concepts. The biggest concept of them is mission. What is a mission? Mission is the purpose of your existence. It also answers what do we want to be known for. If our mission statement is inspirational, we will keep getting these bouts of energy. We need a lot of energy to achieve what we have set out. Vision answers, where do you see yourself? A vision statement should have words which inspire action or which indicate action. So this frame is your mission. This is your A now, and this point is B, which is your vision. A line that you can draw from A to B is your plan. How do we choose priorities? We choose our priorities out of values.